Australia has officially expanded its fleet of MQ-4C Triton drones, reinforcing its intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) capabilities at a time when the Indo-Pacific is increasingly shaped by strategic rivalry. With 2 additional aircraft delivered by Northrop Grumman in mid-2025, the Royal Australian Air Force, RAF, now operates 3 of these advanced unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. This acquisition highlights Canberra's commitment to enhancing maritime domain awareness and strengthening joint defense cooperation with the United States. The newly delivered drones did not simply arrive by cargo plane. Instead, the aircraft were remotely piloted on a trans-Pacific journey originating from the U.S. Naval Air Station Patuxent River in Maryland. The voyage required multiple technical stopovers before the drones reached their destination at RAF Base Tyndall in the Northern Territory. This feat not only demonstrated the endurance and reliability of the MQ-4C platform, but also underscored the seamless integration of American and Australian operational planning. The Australian Department of Defense confirmed the arrival of the drones in early August, describing their induction as a milestone in the nation's surveillance capabilities. For a country that depends heavily on open sea lanes for trade and security, the deployment of long-range unmanned aircraft is both a technological leap and a strategic necessity. The MQ-4C Triton belongs to the high-altitude, long-endurance, HALE class of drones capable of flying above 50,000 feet for more than 24 continuous hours. Its range of approximately 7,400 nautical miles allows it to patrol vast expanses of ocean, a feature that directly supports Australia's need to monitor thousands of kilometers of coastline and maritime approaches. Designed as a maritime derivative of the RQ-4 Global Hawk, the Triton features significant modifications that make it suitable for diverse environments. Its reinforced airframe withstands long-duration missions over oceanic expanses, while de-icing systems and collision avoidance radar equip it to handle harsh weather conditions and high-traffic airspace. Where the Triton truly excels is in its sensor package. The Multi-Function Active Sensor, MFAS, radar provides full 360-degree coverage, capable of detecting and tracking vessels across immense stretches of sea. Complementing this are synthetic aperture radar, SAR, and inverse SAR systems, which generate high-resolution imagery of both moving and stationary targets. The UAV is also outfitted with electro-optical and infrared cameras for visual confirmation and electronic support measures, ESM, suite to detect hostile radar emissions, and an automatic identification system, AIS, receiver to monitor cooperative shipping. Together, these systems enable near real-time intelligence transfer through direct and satellite communications, giving commanders an uninterrupted flow of operational data. Australia's decision to procure the Triton was not an isolated move, but part of a broader modernization program aimed at safeguarding national security in an era of evolving threats. The drones are intended to complement the country's fleet of P-8A Poseidon aircraft, which serve as the backbone of Australia's manned maritime patrol capability. While the Poseidon offers anti-submarine warfare, strike capabilities, and rapid deployment, the Triton provides persistence. The 2 platforms form what defense officials describe as a family of systems, combining unmanned endurance with manned versatility. This synergy allows Australia to maintain constant vigilance over maritime routes, detect suspicious activity far from its shores, and respond quickly with manned assets when necessary. The integration of Tritons also enhances search and rescue operations, humanitarian missions, and environmental monitoring. In practice, these drones can cover immense areas of ocean in a single mission, detecting both cooperative and non-cooperative vessels. For a nation that maintains jurisdiction over one of the largest exclusive economic zones in the world, such capabilities are essential. The Indo-Pacific is increasingly defined by strategic competition, with contested waters in the South China Sea, growing naval activity, and intensifying military exercises among regional players. Against this backdrop, Australia's Triton program reflects not only a domestic defense investment, but also a statement of alignment with U.S. strategic priorities. The U.S. Navy already operates roughly 30 Tritons worldwide, sustaining multiple reconnaissance orbits to provide global maritime surveillance. By adding its own fleet, Australia integrates more seamlessly into this network, enabling data sharing and joint operations. Such interoperability ensures that Australian forces can contribute to collective situational awareness, whether the mission is monitoring potential adversaries, tracking illegal fishing, or deterring hostile naval movements. For Canberra, this cooperation also reinforces the nation's role as a reliable security partner in the Indo-Pacific. The drone's arrival comes amid wider discussions about regional defense, including AUKUS initiatives, submarine procurement, and the modernization of air and naval forces. Triton operations, therefore, represent a concrete manifestation of Australia's long-term commitment to regional stability. Australia has ordered 4 Tritons in total under U.S. foreign military sales agreements, with the final aircraft scheduled for delivery in 2028. Once fully operational, the fleet will be capable of maintaining continuous orbits, providing around-the-clock coverage over vital sea lanes. Air Marshal Stephen Chappell, Chief of Air Force, described the induction of the latest drones as a significant achievement for both the RAF and its U.S. partners. According to him, the aircraft not only expand surveillance capabilities, but also symbolize the success of collaborative defense programs between the two nations. As the Tritons integrate into routine operations, they're expected to play an increasingly visible role in safeguarding Australia's maritime sovereignty. Whether monitoring potential incursions, tracking surface fleets, or providing real-time intelligence to joint command centers, these drones embody a future in which persistent, high-altitude surveillance is indispensable. The arrival of the MQ-4C Tritons marks more than a hardware upgrade. It represents a shift in how Australia approaches security in its maritime neighborhood. Traditional surveillance has relied heavily on manned patrol aircraft, which, while effective, are constrained by endurance and manpower requirements. The Triton removes these limitations, extending surveillance windows to over 24 hours without fatigue or the need for crew rotation. From a geopolitical perspective, the expanded Triton fleet underscores Australia's awareness of growing competition in its strategic environment. By combining long-range surveillance assets with its alliance commitments, Canberra signals both deterrence and readiness. The deployment of such assets could complicate the planning of any actor seeking to test Australia's maritime boundaries or exploit gaps in its surveillance network. Australia's investment in the MQ-4C Triton drone fleet illustrates the convergence of technology, strategy, and alliance cooperation. These UAVs are not simply machines patrolling the skies. They are tools of deterrence, integration, and long-term security. With their ability to persist over vast oceanic distances, deliver real-time intelligence, and seamlessly cooperate with allied forces, the Tritons will reshape how Australia views and protects its maritime domain. As geopolitical currents in the Indo-Pacific continue to shift, the presence of these aircraft ensures that Australia is not merely reacting to developments, but proactively shaping the security environment. In doing so, the Triton fleet becomes both a symbol and a substance of Canberra's enduring commitment to vigilance, sovereignty, and partnership.